Egypt has reaffirmed its call to end the war in Gaza and resume peace talks. In a statement, Egypt's foreign ministry condemned reports in Israeli media on a so-called Greater Israel, warning of its destabilizing implications and calling for clarification. Cairo said that the rhetoric rejects peace, escalates tensions, and contradicts the aspirations of regional and international actors seeking stability. Egypt reaffirmed that peace can only be achieved through renewed negotiations and an end to the war in Gaza, leading to a Palestinian state on the June 4, 1967 borders, with East Jerusalem as its capital, in line with the two-state solution and international resolutions. Egypt has further condemned Israel's approval of 3,400 new settlement units around occupied Jerusalem. Cairo said that the move reflects Israel's intent to expand its seizure of Palestinian land and alter the demographic reality in the occupied territories. Egypt also denounced the Israeli finance minister's calls to extend sovereignty and expand settlements in the West Bank, describing them as evidence of arrogance and deviation. It warned such actions will undermine regional stability while ignoring Palestinian aspirations. Egypt is intensifying talks with various parties to resolve disputes and reach a truce that could end the war on Gaza. Al Qahira News reported that Egypt is stepping up communications to bridge disagreements and secure a ceasefire in Gaza. The Hamas delegation in Cairo has praised Egypt's efforts in delivering aid and pursuing a truce. The channel said that meetings between the delegation and Egyptian officials are still underway. Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich reiterated his stance on the necessity of expanding Israeli settlements. Smotrich stated that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu supports the expansion of settlements and the imposition of Israeli sovereignty over the West Bank. He also claimed that the U.S. administration fully supports Israel's actions in the West Bank. Furthermore, he asserted that Israel must re-establish settlements in Gaza, affirming that Israeli forces will not withdraw from the areas they have occupied in the Gaza Strip. Preliminary Israeli assessments for a full-scale operation to occupy the entire Gaza Strip indicate that the army would need to mobilize between 80,000 and 100,000 reservists. According to a report by Ma'arif newspaper, the Israeli army estimates that several hundred Palestinian faction fighters are currently active in Gaza City, well equipped militarily, with most of their forces deployed underground. Gaza's government media office said that only a fraction of needed aid is reaching the Strip. Officials say that just 201 trucks entered Gaza on Monday and Tuesday, far below the 1,200 planned. Over the past 17 days, only 1,535 trucks have arrived out of the 10,200 required to meet minimum needs, just 15%. Authorities warn of severe shortages of food, medicine, and infant formula, with no protection for aid convoys or humanitarian organizations. Lebanon's Prime Minister Nawaf Salam has rejected what he calls unacceptable Iranian meddling in the country's affairs. Meeting with Iran's top security official, Salam urged Tehran to commit to mutual respect for sovereignty, condemning recent remarks by senior Iranian figures as violations of diplomatic norms and Lebanon's sovereign decision-making.